Hey,
Can you hear me?
a little bit. You sound like you're far.
Watch this. Watch this. How about now?
Yep.
It's the craziest thing. It's so weird. I have to turn the Bluetooth on for me to hear you. And then once we're live and active, then I have to shut it off so you can hear me and I can hear you. It's the craziest thing. Figured it out yesterday. So stupid. All right. So there's a lot of healing that needs to take place here in this. So before we actually get started, what I'm going to do is Archangel Raphael. He is an archangel that is all about healing the heart, healing your energy field, healing the situation. That's his job. That's his purpose as an archangel. His color that he works with in order to do that is green. So during this reading, I'm going to call him in and I'm going to burn this green candle, this chime candle, for him. Okay. Because as I started connecting to you, it was really heavy. So there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to happen here. So you should feel some sense of closure or relief by the end of this. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you let me know at the end how you're feeling. So we'll see if he came in. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he will.
Hopefully. We're praying.
He will. He doesn't let me down.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He's a really calming, healing angel to work with. I like working with Archangel Raphael.
Okay, good.
His color is green.
Green. I'll have to remember
it's the same color as the heart chakra, which speaks volumes, you know? All right, so let me get this incense burning so we can scramble my senses. That's what I like to call it these days, scrambling my senses. And then I'll play Mr. Rogers and take my shoes off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I feel like. Every time I go to start a reading, I always forget when I have my shoes on. And then while I'm sitting here trying to tune in, my feet feel so heavy. And I'm like, take them off.
Let me take my shoes off,
To feel grounded. The best way to feel grounded is barefoot.
Yeah, I agree, though.
I always tell people, if you're not feeling grounded, take your shoes off and go walk in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Go walk in the dirt. That'll ground you. Do it for like 30 minutes. It'll ground you.
I'm going to have to try that, too.
Do it. You know what I tell people, too? Sounds crazy, but it's true. If you don't want to go outside and walk in the dirt, get a bucket of dirt, like a dish pan, you know, one of those dish buckets.
Yeah.
And fill that with dirt and then bring it in your house and then just bury your feet in there. You know, you can do it in the privacy of your own home, nice and dirty.
I'm going to do it either way.
Yeah, you can do that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Won't you be my neighbor? All right. Shoes are off. Candles lit. Incense burning. Let's get this party started.
Yes.
Bianca, your aunt. Okay. Now I'm gonna call her back in.
Okay.
Okay. Was she like a fast talker? Like when she got nervous or anxiety, was she's like tripping over her words and try to explain herself, like over explain herself?
Yeah,
Kind
I
of what
think
I'm feeling right now. It's like she's kind of bombarding me with a lot of stuff. Like I'm trying to grab a sentence, you know, because she's just like really.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's trying to explain or over explain is what I want to say. It's almost like she's pleading her case is what it sounds like. Okay. It sounds like she's pleading her case. Because she's talking about anxiety. She's talking about possibly depression even. Like this was a battle for her.
Yeah.
This is definitely, I'm feeling nauseous. Hold on.
Oh, man.
This is her. This was surrounding her passing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nausea. Okay. Ugh. Hold on. She keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She's like repeating it over. Oh gosh, she's gonna make me cry. Hold on. It's the only thing I hate about doing this. Like, I don't want to cry, damn it. But she's really sorry. God, she's so sorry. You know, it feels like she's been waiting for this opportunity here. This opportunity right here, it feels like she's been, she said it's been in the making. I'm not quite understanding that. So maybe you've had like this premonition, like maybe you've known that this was going to take place on some level. And so it's like she's been preparing for it. Hold on. Okay. Oh, girl. This is so heavy. She's saying, I didn't want to leave, but I had to leave. That's what she's saying. I didn't want to leave, but I had to leave. Like, she really felt like she had to go. Life was demanding. Life was hard. Life was hard. It was hard for her.
Yeah.
I want to say even from a young age, it was hard. She talks a lot. This is good. But she's saying that she had a really hard time finding her place in the world. Or feeling accepted on some level. Was this suicide? This really feels like a suicide to me. And maybe, and if it's not, it just feels like this is something maybe she struggled with, suicidal ideation. Like maybe
she may have had suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to tell you how she passed?
Not yet. Try not to
Okay.
yet, only because I'm still trying to
Okay.
make a really solid connection. And
Okay.
I think it'll come through. If it doesn't come through, then yeah, of course.
Okay.
But I feel like
no.
she did struggle with this though, like suicidal, ideation. Like I think it was something that was always in the back of her mind, because she, I want to say she felt tormented. She felt tormented. It sounds like a good word to use for her.
Yeah.
It was almost like she couldn't escape her own mind. She could not escape her own mind. I think even when she was understood, she didn't feel like she was understood. Which explains why she would over-explain herself a lot. Did she have a son?
Yeah.
She's bringing up the son. She's saying night and day. Night and day. I don't know if they're like night and day, her and her son. I'm not sure what that's about. But she's saying night and day. Something about night and day. I don't know. I'm going to write it down because it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Hence the paper and pen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's saying something about night and day. Or it changed her. Maybe this changed her. Like her having a child was like from night to day. Like her, I don't know if her personality changed when she became a mom. I'm not sure, but it changed. Something about night and day. I don't know. Trying not to focus on that too much because I'm not sure what I'm trying to get at. But there's something there. I just can't debunk it.
Okay.
I feel something going on in my throat too. I don't know. Feels a little restrictive. Does that make sense? Like it feels restricted. Like a hard time swallowing it. I feel sick. I feel nauseous around this too. Hold on. Drama. I'm hearing drama. Okay, I don't know if she created drama or started drama, or if she was in the middle of drama, but there's a drama surrounding her. I'm definitely sensing drama.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what she did that she keeps apologizing for, but it's a non-stop apology. Okay. You know, I feel like, too, whatever it was that she was battling, her inner battle, I feel like she feels like, she's mentioning she had a son, right? Did I say it was son before? Did I say son? Okay, because I know I said child, I think, but I feel like it's a boy. It's a boy.
She has.
There's one in particular, though, that she's pointing out.
Yeah,
okay.
And there's a reason.
Yeah. Okay, and this is what I think she's bringing up, because I feel like what she's saying to me, or the way that this feels, is that, okay, how she's phrasing it is she could have been a better mom to this one in particular, I want to say. But I think it was because of whatever was going on within her, she wasn't.
Right.
Like, I want to say, I'm getting a sense of neglect, but I'm not talking about, like, not feeding or bathing. I'm just talking about, like, time and energy wasn't put in. Like, he was left to his own devices a lot, is what I want to say. She feels guilty about that. But I want to say there's something significant with this particular child, probably when he was young, like around the age 6 or 7, or in that time frame, is what I want to say, especially.
Yeah.
Something about him feeling abandoned, maybe, by her. She wants his forgiveness. She definitely wants his forgiveness. I don't know if this is something that he makes present or known or whatever, but I know that if it's probably under the surface with him.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that he just has not been able to get over. And it's almost like she's, oh God, girl, I don't want to cry. It's almost like she's begging for his forgiveness. She's begging for his forgiveness. She really needs, she feels terrible. She feels absolutely terrible. She wants his forgiveness. Is he grown now? Is he an adult now?
He is, yes.
Okay. Is he a dad?
No.
He's not a dad?
No. She has other children, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And one is a parent.
Is it a boy? Is it a male?
Yeah.
Does he have a daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the daughter, she looks young. She looks probably, I don't know, maybe about 3, 4, something. I don't know. Maybe that's just how I'm seeing her. But I feel like he's a real family man. That's the energy that I get off of him.
Okay.
Or a proud dad, maybe. But he's showing me, like, holding his daughter on his hip. I don't know. That's how it's coming across. Maybe this is, but I'm seeing this. So, and I'm only seeing the back of him. I'm not seeing.
Okay.
But see, I still want to keep focusing on the other one.
Yeah.
So if he's not a dad yet, he will be. He will be. And I feel like in his mind, it feels like in his mind, he wants to be the complete opposite of how he was raised. Does that make sense? And so
that
maybe
makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so maybe that's how I'm seeing him. Like, maybe futuristically, him with a daughter as well.
Yeah.
And I think he will have a daughter so remember that.
Okay.
So,
I'm definitely gonna remember that.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's dating now. He seems kind of alone right now. I don't see that. But there's gonna come a day that he will, and he'll settle down, and he's gonna have a child, and he's gonna do everything completely opposite from what he knows.
Good.
Yeah, because he learned a lot from this. There was a lot of valuable lessons for him in this.
Right.
And even though he struggled with it, it absolutely shaped him into the person he is. It did.
Okay.
It shaped him into who he is. So it was traumatic, but it was good in a way, you know?
Yeah.
There's a blessing behind it. Okay, I'm seeing Archangel Raphael. He's coming in behind her, and he's got like his hands on her shoulders. He's trying to help her through this so she can heal, because he wants her to heal. Because, okay, so this is interesting. So what she hasn't realized yet, even being on the other side, what she has not realized yet is that you're literally here for experience, not to be held accountable, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, so she needs to release the idea of being held accountable for what she did in the living while she's passed over, because she feels like she's still being held accountable. And it's possible on this realm that she may be, but in where she's at right now, she's not. And she's sort of uncomfortable getting used to that, because I feel like she was really good at beating the shit out of herself. And I feel like she self-sabotage. Oh God. Self-sabotage is big with her, and I feel like she's still in that energy of needing to feel like she's self-sabotaging. And so Archangel Raphael is kind of comforting her.
Okay.
Excuse me. He's kind of comforting her right now to help her release that, because that was big for her. I don't know if she was a Capricorn, but Capricorn energy really comes up, because Capricorns are the epitome of self-loathing. So I don't know if you know her birthday, but
it's June 20th.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely not Capricorn. She's Gemini.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't have Capricorn placement somewhere in her chart.
I'll have to look into that.
And if not, it's okay. She could just be showing me the way she behaves towards herself, because Capricorns, out of all the zodiacs, they definitely kick their own ass. Nobody can be harder, on them. But
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, because nobody could be harder on her than her. And so that's definitely Capricorn type energy, like true. Yeah. She's mentioning something about finances, something about money. I don't know if this is significant or something that you'd be aware of. But she's definitely mentioning something about money. Was she like not one of the most honest people? Was she dishonest in a way, or was she dishonest? Even if it was, okay,
in a way.
Because I feel like if there was underhanded stuff she did, she wouldn't tell people, but kind of like in the hopes of not getting caught.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And not in that way per se either. She just wasn't fully honest within what the situation was going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sometimes when people want me to shut up, I'll start, when they don't want me to talk about something. Yeah, sometimes when they don't want me to talk about something, they'll try to shut me up, and I'll start coughing,
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that. We're going to pull these teeth. Yeah. No free passes. Yeah. Because I want to say that there was something underhanded when it came to money. And I think this is why she wants me to be quiet. This may not be something that you're aware of, but it's something that she kept to herself. And this may not even be something that is involving you. I think it's just something that's kind of eating at her. Because this was like a dishonest period that she went through. It was a little deceitful, actually. And I think that eats at her too, because I don't think that this is something that she would do on the norm. Was she financially strapped?
Not all the way. No, not all the way. To my knowledge.
Yeah, because I feel like there were moments where she was, and now
Okay.
I feel like it was like during something like that time period, you know. And
Maybe.
so she's so hard on herself. She's really hard on herself. She's mentioning her mom. Okay, so I'm not sure what the dynamic was between her and her mom, but I feel like it wasn't the best.
Mm.
You know, she kind of comes off as somebody who blames other people for what's going on with her. Like, she doesn't take accountability for her own stuff. And I think that maybe she was doing this with her mom growing up. Like, everything was her mom's fault. Like, it wasn't her fault. Like, in a way, you know what I mean? I keep saying in a way. But I mean, no, I mean it. Because, and I don't want to keep downplaying what I'm getting, you know? But I feel like she did this on some level where she would, project what was going on with her to other people. And I feel like her mom caught a lot of that. I really believe her mom caught a lot of that. Yeah, you might want to talk to her mom about that. I really believe that. How did she pass? You can tell me.
She was killed.
She was killed.
From her son's father.
Okay. Yeah. All right, hold on. Oh, shit. The one thing I don't like is when they try to show me the scene.
Yeah.
You know, like that is kind of like, I don't like that. But I feel this was messy.
Yeah.
It was messy. It's showing me like a messy crime scene is what I want to say. Was it messy? Was this in a kitchen? Did this happen in a home?
It started in a home.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I want to see. She might walk me through it. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to have to dive in deeper with her. Oh, this was over something stupid. This was over something stupid. Like, it was small. Like, whatever he snapped about, it wasn't big. Like, I really feel like it was petty. You know, I do. I mean, not enough to, I mean, it's never enough to kill somebody, but I feel like this was almost like, really?
I don't even know.
It was petty. It was petty. I'll tell you that it was so petty. It's like he just, because I feel like he was abusive, and that kind of led up to this. You know what I mean? Like, she was his whipping post.
Yes.
And I feel like it just, I feel like it started with me. Or it was in the kitchen, something in the kitchen, something happened in the kitchen. Something, it just triggered him. Was there a knife involved? I don't know if there was a knife, but I'm seeing blood. So, okay, there's like a lot of blood, okay, and I see a lot of blood. Can I get her first name? Is that possible?
Yes, her first name is Carrie. Carrie.
Okay. That'll help. She born in the 50s or 60s?
How
old was she?
Maybe the late 60s.
Late 60s.
Okay. Yeah, or maybe early 70s.
Yeah, because I'm getting like she's older.
Yeah, now she is.
You know, I even want to say when she was younger, she was very charismatic. You know, she was very charismatic. Oh. This son, is this his son?
Yes.
This man is scary.
Mm-hmm.
He's scary. You know, people don't normally put fear in me. I don't usually feel fear. He was scary.
Yeah.
It's so fucking sad because she really did love him. She really did love him. Is this guy like non-remorseful? Does he show
I
no
wouldn't know.
remorse, or
We wouldn't know. He
okay.
Yeah.
He's a coward, is what he
Yes.
is.
Yes.
He is a coward.
Yes.
Okay. He's a big, scary coward.
Yep.
This is kind of hard for her to talk about, I want to say. Because I'm getting it in bits and pieces. Was there a vehicle involved at some point? Was this in another state? Did this take place in another state? Okay. Yeah. Which is what made it harder to get more details.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm seeing a really dark area.
Mm-hmm.
Did he dump her somewhere? Like, was there like woods? It's really dark. It's really dark. I feel like I'm seeing like a long road, like a dark road in this woods.
Yeah.
Each
Yeah.
side of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like the road that he chose, like wherever he was dumped, if you were going down the road, it would have been on the right side. On that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wow.
There was a short little path. There was a small path. If you would have missed it. Like you could miss this path that he went down. It's easy to miss. It's easy to miss. It was like a little trail or something.
Yeah.
It's off the side of this road. It's so easy to miss because it's so narrow. It's like you can't even walk side by side on this path. Like it's just like a single file. Like that's how narrow this path is. Okay. And I want to say about 50 to 60 yards in. It was about 50 to 60 yards down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I want to say there's something significant around that area too. Could have been like a big boulder, a big stone that was near the scene. Does that make sense? Okay.
Definitely a big rock.
Yeah, there's something big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I want to say that she was found somewhere around in the vicinity of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was kind of morbid about it too. Like, I don't know if he like set the stage or set something up or did something around the scene, like leaving his mark or something like that is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Sort of like a grave, but it was sort of like, I don't know if it was a shallow grave or something he did around the area that he was, I don't know, because I'm not seeing her body, I'm just seeing the area, and it seems like he did, I don't know if he did something with stones or something like that, like around, he did, like I want to say smaller stones, he did something like that around the area.
Maybe, okay, like around her maybe?
I don't know if it was around her or in the area, but I just seen him doing something with stones.
Okay.
Something weird. He's weird. He's sick.
Yeah.
He's so mean. God, he's mean.
Yes.
I feel like she fought. She fought. She tried so hard to save her life. She fought. Oh, God, she fought. give me a second. Oh, shit. Oh, I can feel her. Hold on. She fought till it exhausted her. She just couldn't fight anymore. She, like, her body became like spaghetti noodle, like the strength that she just, it was gone.
Yeah.
No more. I mean, this went on for a while. This went on for a while. Like, it was like he wasn't going to be satisfied. He wasn't satisfied with just taking her life. It's like he wasn't satisfied. He wasn't satisfied with just taking her life. It's almost like he had to torment her and torture her first. Were there a couple days that went by before she was found?
Not days, but definitely a few hours. Yes.
I want to say
it was
something about
almost all day.
I want to say there's something about the number 3. I don't know if this is the 3rd month, the 3rd day, or something like that. There's something about the number 3 involved here.
She has 3 children.
Okay. I don't know if there may be time. If there was a time, like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 p.m., 3 a.m. I don't know. It's something about the 3.
At 3. Okay.
I don't know if this happened in maybe March. I don't know what this is with the number. Okay. I don't know why this is significant. Write it down.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is involving her children, though.
Okay.
Oh. It's possible because of how controlling he is that he had her on a strike system, like 3 strikes you're out.
Yeah.
And I feel like for him, this was her 3rd strike. I think that's what this is. He is such a dick.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
No, he is. He always has been. Always
very
was.
controlling, incredibly controlling. If he didn't feel like he had control, he lost it.
Yeah.
And all she would have to do was say no, and that was enough. That was enough.
Yeah.
He wasn't even allowed. She had to ask permission to do shit. She was,
yeah.
God, he's so awful.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And she's saying that she aged before her years because of this connection.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is she's apologizing for, why she feels so incredibly sorry, I really feel like she shouldn't be taking as much blame as she's taking, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like she was kind of forced into whatever it is she's apologizing for, and I still don't know what that thing is, but this is what I'm getting, and I feel like it's surrounding this man.
Yeah.
He beat her. God, he beat her. Was she like unrecognizable? Her face.
In a way.
Her
A
face.
little bit. Yeah.
So beaten to me.
Yeah. It was one side.
Yeah. The side that was on his side from driving her left side. Because he was beating her while he was driving.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
God. She never saw this coming. She never saw it coming. She did not see it coming. Because I want to say right before it happened, things were going pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just...
Yep.
Does he have a P in his name? Is there a Paul? Is somebody named Paul? Do you know anybody named Paul surrounding her? I don't know why I'm hearing the name Paul. I'm going to write it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to write that down too.
What is his name?
Paul. His name is Jason.
Oh, he's nasty. Is he dead? Is he dead? Did we say that already? Because it's almost like he's telling me to spell it right. Like he's that nasty.
Yeah, he was always like that.
Yeah, he's
he was
like
just
he's
nasty.
trying to come in and like get it right. Because I'm writing it down and then I stopped and he's like, spell it right. It's not E-O-N. That's how I wanted it. Like, how's his name spelled? Is it O-N?
O-N.
Yeah, because that's what he's telling me. He's like, not E. Because I started writing E-N. He's like, get it right.
Yeah.
He's fucking nasty, girl. Bitch.
Yeah.
I will punch your little ghostly ass. I ain't seen you. You know what I mean? What the hell?
Yeah,
Are you kidding? He's so nasty. Like, he's trying to control me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
You dead, sir. I ain't scared of you.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, he's that controlling. Oh, he's nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of his history you know, but did he ever put his hands on his own mom?
I think that was a conversation at one point in time after my aunt did pass.
Yes.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
But
I'm
yes,
here to
I believe.
confirm that. He did.
Oh, God.
He absolutely did. God, he's nasty.
Yeah.
He had his own mother in fear. He makes me uncomfortable. He's making every part of me cringe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gross.
Yeah.
He's gross. And he's like barbaric. It's like he seems very barbaric to me. Like when he's eating, he's like he just seems barbaric to me. It's like everything
high strong all the time.
Yeah, everything about him is nasty. God, I'm talking to my teeth, you know. I'm like
That's how I am right now.
Yeah, it's like, oh
yeah.
He irritates my soul, girl.
Yeah.
He's just I don't fucking like him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get it's like he's trying to come in and take control of this. It's almost like he doesn't want me to talk to her. It's like he wants he kept her hidden. Like he didn't want nobody to talk to her, kept her away from people. It's like he's trying to have that much control now. Sorry, sir, you're gonna have to move.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not doing that. And I also feel like that's I also feel like that's why Archangel Michael's coming in too, because she needs the closure too. It's almost like she's still in fear because this man is now dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like she's almost feeling like she can't escape this guy, but she's protected. She is.
Okay.
She is. She's protected. What an asshole. She's definitely protected. All right, hold on. Let's get back into. He's definitely a mind your business kind of guy. Like it feels like if you drive by the house, all the blinds are closed. They never have the windows open for sunlight. You know what I mean? Like, shut the world out. Like even inside the house, it may have seemed like dreary or dark or something. Like he's just.
Yep.
But I feel like her favorite place to be was in the kitchen. Like she's showing me spending a lot of time in the kitchen. She could get creative in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like she could feel like a sense of home even in her kitchen. Like I don't know if she did a lot of cooking or baking or arts and crafts, but it seems like she always kept herself busy in that area. It brought her some sense of peace because she was living in hell. And it was like this, like the only sense of peace she could get was in there.
Yeah.
God. Did she? Oh, I don't know. You may not know the details, but I feel like there was even like internal bleeding caused here, like too. Like I don't know, like lacerated organs is what I'm getting from this man. It could be like liver or kidneys or something, but just
with him.
Yeah, like what like something that.
He was a coward.
Well, he was definitely a coward, but I feel like the way he beat her could have lacerated some organs, you know, for her. Like I feel like there's a lot of blood outside, but I also feel like that he beat her so badly, like her initial cause of death would have been different if he would have just, if the beating, because I feel like there's more than that. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But I feel like the beating, if he would have just stopped at that, she still would have lost her life. That's how bad he beat her.
Yes.
Did he shoot her?
No.
Because, oh, wait a minute. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of the amount of blood I see, and there's no stabbing. So it's kind of worse. It's kind of worse. Because all this blood came from being beaten. Something in here. This was her cause of death right in here. Is that right? I don't know if she was asphyxiated or cut. I'm not sure. But I'm feeling something in the throat, and I can't peg it. I can't nail it, but it's something in here was the cause of death, right? I have a hard time nailing it, but I know that
the blood came elsewhere from somewhere else, though.
Sure, but this is where I feel the cause of death. Like this was the final. Was this somebody else in the home when this started?
We aren't 100% sure, but it has been questioned that there was someone else.
I feel like there was. Doesn't feel like an adult to me, though. I mean, it could be. Maybe they were immature. I don't know. But it doesn't feel like an adult. Or could have been.
Maybe. I'll have to look into that.
I feel like somebody was there, though, who witnessed it from another room. Like, I think you could have. I think if you were sitting in her living room, there was a clear view to the kitchen. Or wherever there was a clear, you know, like if you're sitting there, it's like a clear, like the way it looks to me, and this is the way I'm seeing it, is there could have been like
my cousins were home.
Okay. Oh, and maybe your cousins, one of them had smaller kids or something. I don't know. That's why I'm seeing that, but they weren't necessarily there. But I'm seeing.
No, they were younger.
Yeah. Okay. But the way it seems to me is if. The way it looks like she has like an L-shaped counter. Like I feel like this space was pretty large, okay? The kitchen seemed like a good size kitchen. And if you were sitting in the living room looking into there, like she would have been like on the other side of the counter. Like the counter would have been here and she's on this side of the counter, and you can see, like if you were looking from the living room, you could only see her from like the waist down maybe, because the counter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly how her apartment was.
Okay. And I want to say there was like a lot of brown in that area. Like, I don't know if it was like the wood cabinets or
her kitchen table.
Like a granite countertop is what it looks like. Okay. She looks like she had a lot of space in there though.
Yeah.
Like in front of her was where she would do prepping, but on the behind her, like on the other side of that L was where like the sink would be or something. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. I don't know why she's really proud of her kitchen, and I think that's why she's giving me the layout. I'm even seeing like a stainless steel refrigerator. I don't know if she had one, but that's what she's showing me.
100% sure, but
but she's showing me the way her kitchen is set. Oh God. She's showing me the way her kitchen's set up. So it was like he had to walk in and literally like go around the counter to get to her. So it was deliberate. It was a definite deliberate like spring into action after her. Like I feel like she said something that he caught on to and got up and dove after her is what I feel like. Like something triggered him. And I feel like she was in the middle of doing something at that counter. Could have been cooking. I'm not sure. Could have been prepping food. I'm not sure. But it was something that she was in the middle of doing while she was standing at this counter when he got up and attacked her. Because that's where she was. Is there a door to outside in that kitchen? Like, is there a door that leads to outside?
Yes.
Maybe into a garage? Did it go into a garage, or was there
No.
where it was like, if you were to go out like a side, it looks like a side door. If you were to go out this door,
It was one right next door to them, but not attached to
okay.
theirs. Yeah.
Would it have been on this, like, if you walk out that door, you would have seen that? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. All right, because
Yeah.
I feel like it was like really, he knew in his mind what he was going to do before he brought her out of that house.
Yes.
And he didn't say anything, and whoever was there was too scared to get up and do anything about it, to stop it. They were scared because he put fear in them too. And I feel like she was drugged out of this house.
Pros. Okay, there you are. You're back.
Okay, I don't know what was the last thing you heard, but I feel like he put a lot of fear into these whoever was there, and which is why they didn't jump up and try to help her, because they definitely would have gotten hurt too.
Yes.
And so it's like I feel like he's just like snatched her up and dragged her out the door is what it feels like. And then when they get in the car, he's like beating on her. Oh my God. And I feel like she fought him off.
She definitely did.
This is so sad. This is really tragic and senseless. Completely senseless. All right, so she's not exactly giving me what it is that she's apologizing for. So I would love to know that, what it is.
Maybe just my mom took custody of my 3 cousins after the passing. And it was a lot on my mom, and we kind of lost, like, me and my mom and my sisters, we didn't have my mom. She was so concentrated on making sure my cousins were okay and they were safe and everything like that. So maybe that's what that was about.
I'm not sure if it's that.
Or just maybe how she stayed
I'm not
after
sure if
we
it's
begged
that,
her to
because I
leave.
feel like, and the reason why I say that, and the reason why I'm saying I'm not so sure it's that,
Yeah, I don't.
because I feel like your mom was put in a position where she didn't have a choice.
Right.
She had to give her time to,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
she was put in a position where she had to neglect her own in order to pay attention to these, plus mourning on top of it, you know? So she felt really attached to these kids, and
Or maybe
they needed that love.
I know my mom. I
Yeah.
know we've all
I
begged her to
feel like
leave
what it feels like the apology is coming from.
because she never left them.
Right. She stayed in
Yeah.
this. Because I feel like there were opportunities where she could have left and stayed gone.
Yeah.
But she loved him. God, she loved him.
She did.
She loved him. She could see the good in him that nobody else could. But nobody else was attached to him like that. And everyone told. I feel like she was even told that he's going to kill you. I think she was told this.
Yes, she was.
And that's what she's sorry about. Because she feels like if she would have listened, she would have been the one to raise her own. And I feel like the boy that I'm picking up with has a little bit of guilt with him because he harbors a sense of resentment because she never left. So therefore, she wasn't able to raise him. And I think he feels guilty about that because
it was his dad.
And feels guilty that he even harbors any sort of resentment towards his mom in that way, because he knows it's not her fault. In a way, it's not her fault, but because essentially it's not. I mean, I've been in an abusive relationship too, and you always hope when you love somebody that they're going to change, and they don't. They just get increasingly worse, and more often than not, you have to be the victim before you realize. And unfortunately for her, she's the poster child of, like, an example of the type of women that everybody talks about. Like, when they say it gets worse, they're going to kill you if you allow it. Like, she's like the poster child of that, you know?
Absolutely.
Oh, God, girl.
Yeah.
This is heavy. This is so heavy. I don't know if there was a collapse in her throat, like if it closed, like if there was a collapse in the trachea. Sort of feels like a little bit like a collapse. And maybe that's why I'm having a hard time. Like, I don't know why why am I feeling this in here?
He strangled her with his belt.
Oh, asphyxiation.
With his
I
belt.
did say that.
Yeah.
Asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Ah, that is it. Because it feels so restricted. And that's why I'm getting the collapse, because he strangled. It was tight.
Yes.
He collapsed her trachea.
Yes.
He definitely collapsed her. I'm seeing blood out of the ears. I'm seeing... What a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
There was certainly a lot of blood. He beat her so bad. There was no way he could have even cleaned this up. Did he commit suicide?
He did.
Right after?
Right after.
Right after. Was he found near her?
Nope. It was in another state.
Was he in his vehicle?
He was.
Mm-hmm. Coward ass bitch.
Yes. He was.
Yeah, because I feel like it happened in his vehicle. He didn't see, and I don't understand why he because he did a lot of thinking about it first. Because I think he was going around in his head, trying to figure out if there's a way that he could get away with this. But the reason why he knew that he couldn't is because there were witnesses at the house, and they knew what, So he knew that there was no way out of this. So he decided the easiest route was to off himself. Did he shoot himself?
Nope.
Okay.
He
because you can, because I mean we've already
he drove in front of a train.
In his car. The left side of him got hit.
Yes. Yes, it did. That's why
the left side, because I'm feeling
her
like
right side of her face was indented. Yeah. It was that bad. And there is a reason why the blood was so much outside of the beating.
Right.
The rocks around her.
Yeah.
He threw her head into it.
I got it.
Yeah.
I understand. Because there was definitely something significant about this big boulder. Like he was purposely, he knew.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
So, all is forgiven. All is forgiven. She definitely feels a sense of peace now. I feel like she just needed to be heard. I really feel like she just needed her story told. She needed her story told. She did. Because she was restricted a lot.
Yeah.
She was restricted quite a bit. She wasn't able to tell her story in the living. She wasn't able to.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was a really self-conscious. Like she was really like, oh God, she reminds me of like this little chihuahua, just really scared to even talk to people.
She was.
And it was
family, even scared to talk to family.
Right. And so, she really just had this like strong sense of like urgency to get her story out, get it told.
Mm-hmm.
She feels so much more at peace now. It's like a release that's happening, I can feel it. And I'm feeling like when I hang up here, I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of release myself, because this is so heavy. It's so heavy. And this bitch is trying, not her, him. He's trying to attach himself to me. And we have to stop that too. I'm going to stop that. And
please.
sure that, Oh, I will. Huh?
Yes.
I'll make sure, because it's like he's so dark and dense. I don't even feel like, I feel like he's earthbound. I don't feel like he ever crossed over. I feel like he's earthbound. He's earthbound. So he's kind of still in this perpetual torment, and I have no desire to help him.
Right. I thank you so much, because and this is who I wasn't even trying to reach. And well,
sometimes the way it works is what's most important in the moment, or what's most important for you at this time, is what will come through. Because not only will this help heal you, but this is on live, this is recorded. You can even play this back for somebody and help heal them.
Yeah. And her death date is coming up. So this is her death date is coming up. So I wonder if this might be why she came out today.
I really feel like there's just a lot of closure that needed to happen.
Yeah, it did. A lot.
And I think that's why. And she needed to be at peace. She totally needed to be at peace, because she hasn't really been at peace.
Yeah.
Because she's worried. She's still she's worried.
She's so scared.
She's worried about her kids. She's worried about, what I mean? This is what it is. And so I feel like she needed closure too.
Yeah.
She needed closure too. I feel so much more relief.
I do too.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can breathe.
Bianca, that was heavy, but I really
Yes.
appreciate you doing this with me. This was so profound.
No, thank
You're
you.
very welcome. It's so profound. Oh,
Yeah.
girl, just give me a hug, girl.
Give you a virtual hug.
All right.
Thank you so much,
So,
Cam.
so welcome. It was my pleasure.
Thank
All right,
you.
Howard. You're welcome. Have a good day. Now
You too.
You will now.
Yes.
All right, love.
All
All
right.
right. Bye-bye.